The next night, the hall was packed to the rafters. The royal nonsuch consisted of the king hopping around on his hands and knees, making noises like a chicken. Soon, the crowd began to snarl. A man got to his feet.
That's enough. I can't speak for all of you, but I'm ready to run these two scalawags out of town on a rail. Who's with me?
Hey! Well, hold on a minute, Roger. I'm just as anxious to settle up with these two as any man in the house. But just think a minute. We've all been taken in like a bunch of jackasses. There's no way of denying it. Now, I, for one, have no wish to be laughed at all over town, so here's what I say we do.
They all decided to leave the theater and tell everyone they met how wonderful the show was. Their plan was to make the others come to the show the next night. Then there would be no one left to do any laughing. The next night, the hall was filled again. The plan had worked. On the third night, there were people standing in the aisles and crowding out the front door. There was also a distinct smell of rotten cabbages and swamp water. As Huck took the tickets at the door, he knew the game was up. He worked his way to the stage and stood in the wings as the Duke made his entrance. May I have your attention, please? Before my learned associate takes the stage for the last performance of the royal nonsuch in your fair city, I have an announcement to make. We're most grateful for the warmth and good cheer we have received during our stay here. My partner is putting the finishing touches on a speech of thanks at this very moment. And if you will be kind enough to wait but a few more minutes, I feel sure that you will know the true feeling that we have for you, our public. Thank you. The Duke strode humbly from the stage, found Huck, and they both walked slowly, arm in arm, out the stage door. Then they took off as fast as they could for the raft where the king was waiting. They were safely on their way downriver before the people in the theater ever knew they were gone.
Well, what'd we get tonight?
130.
Excellent. Then that gives us a grand total of, $465. Not a bad 3 days' work.
We lose them at the next town for sure.
The next town was Pikesville.
I'm going into town to see what's what. If I'm not back in 2 hours, you and the boy come and get me.
As you say, Your Majesty. After 2 hours had passed, no king in sight, the Duke and Huck went to town. They searched for a time, and they went back to the raft. They found the king there all right, but Jim was gone.
Where's Jim? What have you done to him?
What, who? That slave? Ah, I sold him to a fellow in town. Farmer named Phelps, I believe it was. Made a pretty penny, too.
You sold him? You had no right.
The king and the Duke just ignored him, so they went off by themselves, scheming. Huck ran off toward town. He stopped by the river a minute to wash up, then he went to town and got directions to the farm of Silas Phelps. He stopped again along the way, this time to borrow some new clothes from a clothesline. Now he was ready.
I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I'll think of something.
When he got to the farmhouse and knocked on the door, Huck got a reception he did not expect.
Why, come on in, boy. We've been waiting for you. My, how you've changed in 5 years. I hardly would have known you. Silas! Silas, come on in here. Child, don't you remember? I'm your Aunt Sally, and this is your Uncle Silas. Why, Tom Sawyer, why don't you say something?
Tom Sawyer? They were expecting Tom Sawyer. Huck couldn't believe his good luck. He'd be able to lie his way out of any questions they might have about the Sawyer family. But time was running out. He had to act before the real Tom showed up and ruined everything.
I think I'll go out and take a look around before dinner, Aunt Sally.
Oh, you go right ahead. I'll call you when it's ready.